Alrighty, we're back with a rush war against the blacklist, playing at 28. This is the farming phase. I won't be streaming today because I'm in the middle of an event, so I thought I'll just get this out of the way using the first half of the flags first. Going against a Star Walker tank. Not sure how this will work out, but they do have a legendary troop for Kalo as well as a legendary troop for Ludwig. Different, I do believe these are different classes, so they won't get the bonus, but let's see how we go. Right. Seriously. So we are using our legendary troop ourselves as well, using it on Amos to see. I just want to see how much damage he can actually put out. Whether is it significantly more, or will it be slightly less, because I don't get the bonus from the troop, the extra bonus. So let's see how it goes. The good thing is the legendary troop also gives 11%, so we don't have to worry so much about the mana situation. All right. Good board. The only thing I need to worry about is that I need to make 3 moves. 3 moves so that Ludwig can get rid of his auto taunt. So I do believe this red match can help me get there. It is sending a lot of tiles into Star Walker, but I think we should be fine. Just trying to think if there's a way that I can go for 3 green matches without actually hitting Star Walker too much. I don't think there is, because originally I thought I could make this green match and then set up a green match. I think it doesn't, because you have to pair the greens and yellows as well, so it doesn't look like it. Although it's actually a good match because you can get yellows for Gazelle. But I think I like the idea of just running the 3 greens, the red and the green, because it sets up another green. Fired anyways. Yeah, the good thing is it's not that much damage, so we don't really have to worry. Let's make a green match into Christine. If they would stop cascading, that'll be really good. Let's do in the Ludwig. Alright. Here. Take damage. See how much damage this deals. There we go. Alright, hit number 1 done. Alright, hit number 2. Going against a Luna tank this time. A bit dangerous, so we're gonna bring Ray to kind of dispel, Timius to kind of dispel, then we have Milady to kind of counter Cupido. And hopefully gives us some buffs as well. We have Snowfort to kind of be the kind of like clutch mana gain if it's possible. Because of that, maybe I think it's better to run all magic troops, just so that we can get the mana boost from Snowfort here. We also have Ruffian to make sure that we can steal a little bit of mana if possible. Alright, let's see. Wow, that's nice. Now obviously we want to avoid as much cascades as we can, but I'm thinking this red dragon into red match here it's actually kind of good, because You can use Ray to dispel Ludwig, and then you use Ruffian to kind of control Luna. I think that's the way, that's the direction in which we can go. Um, yeah, I do believe that's kind of okay, because bringing up this, yeah, I think it should be fine. Let's see. All right, so we can dispel, then we can steal the mana. Oh yes, mana slow, but it doesn't matter, I think. Maybe I should have brought raids. Alright. I need another raid match. That wasn't. Maybe I should have waited. I think this one I played it a little bit bad. I should have waited for the for Ludwig to get off his auto taunt and then just pile into Luna. I think that was the play. Now it's gonna be harder than usual to get things going. Let's see how. Let's see how. Okay. At least we are protected against Cupido, which is fine. And I kind of want to do Cupido first then. I want to hit into Cupido. Okay, we need purples now. Doesn't matter. Got a taunt. Damn it. That's alright. Okay. Okay, we're going to do it this way. Alright. Dispel everything. So the question is, will Luna die from this? Because if Luna dies, I do believe it's fine, because they have the ailment block. So let's. Alright, doesn't die. That's the best I can hope for. Then we run this. Alright, now we're good. Oh, that was a scare initially. Alright, we topped off, pretty good. Okay. Use this again. We're fine with Kalo, so I'm just gonna kill Fortuna first. That's fine. Okay, and then this should be game over. Alright. Day 2 done. survived a real scare there, but it's all well. Alright, going in for hit number 3 for Rush War. I'm voicing over this because there were some issues with the sound for the next hits. I think flags 3, 4, 5, and 6 had some issues. So we're using a yellow team going against what I would think is a fake rubs. I don't think this is the actual rubs. And here, I mean, I could see that I only had one yellow match. Needed another one, and I figured if I have the taunt up, I might as well get Milady to fire first. I think that was my consideration. So I do believe I did make the red match in the end, the one at the bottom right, which combos the greens and then sets up the yellow match directly into Milady. And since it looks like as though I was going to need a heal, it was quite lucky that I got Ariel to fire as soon as I could, and that gave me enough mana gain. As you can see, I was running magic troops as well at the start because I figured that using Ariel I would want the mana acceleration to be as fast as possible. Yeah, so at this point I was just having a look at the board, making sure that it was what I intended to do before I do believe I made the blue and purple match, which luckily enough gave me a red match in order to get Black Knight up again. And then at this point I do believe I fired into Milady again to make sure she fires, which doesn't really matter because at the end of the day I still can dispel. Really unfortunate to get that yellow cascade into Ludwig for him to fire. I was kind of figuring that I could not let Ludwig fire and then do everything, but I believe at this point I just use Iset to kind of kill Ludwig and then use Vivica to kind of dispel everything. It didn't matter that I had the defense down, although I probably should have saved Ariel here, but I had the blue match, so it was fine. Yep, so making the blue match. Kalo will take a while to die if I remember from this hit, but it was fine. I do believe at this point I was pretty much sitting at the driver's seat. I need to make sure that I didn't fire too much into either Timaeus or Luhi. One of them firing is fine, two of them firing not so good. In this case it was alright, so I was just going to spam everything again, and then at this point I do believe I made a mistake. I think I targeted everything at Kalo, which probably wasn't a good idea since he was still having his stone skin. He said obviously you can't target, but I think I should have chose Kullervo to target elsewhere, so that I could try and maximize the mindless attack. But at this point I was pretty much alright. Now it's just a matter of having the tempo, making sure that I could cast my special skills while Kalo was not having his stone skin, and I do believe Iset helps with that quite a bit, having I do believe it was 9 shots onto Kalo. So I think from there it was just a matter of trying to get my yellows. I do believe I got this in the end. Yeah, so he was going to fire again, but at this time I kind of figured out that if he's going to do his stone skin thing, it's 5 stone skins. He said I was probably going to be able to kill that. There we go, hit number 3. Alright, hit number 4. This is flag number 4. Went with the double Gilak because I thought it was going into a red flank. And I thought, well, with this kind of board situation, I was kind of looking around and seeing what I could do. There wasn't really much in terms of yellow or blue to get protection against Milady, so I thought, you know what, let's just get Ray first. and this is where I do believe I made a very big mistake here. I could have waited. I do believe I could have waited on Gazelle, because it didn't look like I had the tiles. So I do believe I cast Ray and then cast Gazelle. I believe I could have waited on either one of them so that I could get my tiles. And right now it looked like as though I was trying as best as I can to try and hope for a blue to come up, and then by then it was a little bit too late because Gazelle was gonna die after this. Yep, and from there things just went downhill. I'm not sure what else I could have done differently. I felt that I definitely played really fast into this. Probably there was a different combination of moves that I could have done in order to save this match. But at this point I was just doing damage control. I was just seeing how much damage I could deal to the defense to make sure that I had an easier clean. I don't think I survived very long. Pepper Flame is really strong right now. I do believe I managed to hit one time or at least get one blue match before I was gonna die here. So I think I just hit into Ludwig and died from this. Yeah, really, I think really bad decision making, but definitely need to relook again. I'll probably take a slower time to process this and see where I went wrong. So I immediately went for the clean. I didn't want to risk anything, especially since we were trying to flip the board. I do believe this was having missed this. I do believe this was the last target that was on the board, so I wanted to just clear it off as soon as possible. And here I think I made another bad decision, which almost cost me. I do believe I could have used the more powerful front, the double limit broken one, but I thought I could potentially go for a second green team, and then I completely forgot that I had only one flag left after this. So went with the weaker front that I just managed to finish just before the war started, and but still, I mean, essentially the what do you call it? The concept is still the same. I just went with three heavy on one color and then two supports of different colors. Again, there was a huge mistake here. I didn't realize that I had literally no dispellers, and everything was pretty much banking on the fact that I could just kill Ludwig or Kalo immediately. And as you can see from the board, it doesn't look like I could. And that's where I started to panic a little bit, because things were just not going in my favor right now. I didn't bring someone like Ariel or Hawthorne, which would be able to help my heroes gain mana. And you can see Ludwig is already about to fire, and I do believe it was by a lucky shot that I managed to kill Ludwig now with tiles and then survive the Kalo onslaught, because what he was going to do is use Pepper Flame, Milady and Ludwig on himself, and I was essentially left with, you know, a whole lot of trouble here. I do believe in the end I was just able to just pile through, and this was one of the mistakes as well. Maybe I could have spent one turn to kind of remove some of his stone skin, but I got hasty here and I was starting to panic again. But luckily that green match came up, which was so lucky, and I managed to kind of get rid of Kalo here. But it definitely was a big scare, and I believe next time I'll definitely have to look at the teams a little bit better. Alright, final flag. I do believe Kettle is the only one that I know from Blacklist by virtue of being in the same line group as him. I thought it would be nice to just hit him as the final flag, just because he was in my previous War of the Three Kingdoms warband. He was online a few times and he simply neglected to use his flags. I don't know for what reason. He was online, pretty much able to chat with people and able to, do his, go around doing his EP stuff, but just refused to use any of his 12 flags. So I thought, what, this would be the best time to just, for want of a better term, whoop his ass. Basically, going against Ferdinand, I thought I could bring basically heroes that basically had no issues giving any ailments that Ferdinand could reflect. Brimstone was a good way to kind of deal damage through Ferdinand. Thonus obviously to dispel, and I have Thalassa for protection against what do you call this guy, nine-headed beast. And I'm bringing my own Dark Feather as well, just to make sure things went smoothly. Kind of wish I didn't leave Dark Feather until the last team. I could have done it a little better, and I was immediately rewarded with such a good board. Although I do believe I did make a mistake here. I'm not sure. I think I should have. Yeah, this was a mistake because I kind of thought I could, not let Ferdinand cast, cast his special skill before Ludwig's Autothon was off, but I figured out what the heck, I was gonna get my 6 purples anyways, and it didn't matter that he was going to fire again. I could just pile tiles into him, and I could just let Photonus kind of dispel everything again. So I think it worked out here because I was able to dispel every single thing here, and I think at that point it didn't matter that nine-headed beast was about to fire. I mean, protection from ice on Ludwig means he was never going to die, and having Dark Feather as well, giving that additional ability score means nine-headed beast literally did nothing. And at the same time, all I needed to do was to make sure that I didn't turn this into a huge loss, and from here was pretty easy with Dark Feather and Ludwig only remaining. Pretty simple, nice and easy. And that was it for my 6 wall flags. I did hit 257. Again, still trying to get that elusive 6 one-shots. But I think I'm getting there, getting the hang of playing in a elite alliance like Gypsy Danger. We're going to see how we do in the next one. Alright, I'll catch you guys in the next video. GG.